Next case on the docket, Nelly, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, and Soulja Boy all performed at the crypto celebration. Now they tried to paint this like this ain't had nothing to do with Donald Trump, but the crypto ball was in celebration of Donald Trump's win. So basically you're performing for Donald Trump winning, and Snoop has been quiet, but Nelly felt the need to respond. Let me see the first piece of the evidence in the case.
I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices, and I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done.
Okay, so let's address this first piece. Nelly, first of all, this is not about your political affiliation. Nobody cares whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever. This is about ideology. And this dude is a racist. How do we know he a racist? Because he was backed by the KKK. He literally stood on stage and said that he wants the police to be able to act with impunity when they do things to people when they just so-called doing their job. You from St. Louis, we had a whole case that sparked riots and everything when the dude was killed by the police. Now all of a sudden, magically, you don't know what the police doing because you all on this dude's scrotum sack. Are you serious right now? But let's hear some more of the evidence.
He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't the RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5. You see what I'm saying? Like to try to help somebody get voted.
Kamala didn't invite you to
No. She didn't invite me.
Okay, let's stop it again right there. Now you talking about the fact that Kamala paid entertainers and all this stuff right here. Listen, throughout political history, political campaigns have given celebrities an appearance fee and stuff like that for showing up to certain events. So she ain't did nothing that ain't nobody else did. And again, you performing for the Cheetos Jesus. You can't really talk. Oh, let me hear some more evidence in this case.
I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office.
What do you say to the people that say we're not giving you this backlash because of your political affiliation or your political choice or whatever? We're giving you this backlash because you are propping up a white supremacist.
He did create the crime bill in the 90s, which said that if you get caught with 5 grams of crack, you do a mandatory 5 years. That had mass incarceration. I think even the Vice President Kamala spoke on that part that said that the crime bill played a huge part. No, he didn't do that. Let me see. What did he do? I'm trying to think. The white supremacist. Hold on. I'm gonna get to it. Okay. He did not rent to black people. What was it, in the 70s or the 80s? Is that what they said? And like, oh, okay, is he renting to him now? Nobody's allowed to change.
Okay, let me stop you right there. Okay, so first of all, this man don't respect the office. You talking about you respect the office, but he don't respect the office because nobody would do the things that he did while he was in office if they respected the office. So he has no respect for the office. He has no respect for this country. He has no respect for the military. He has no respect for anyone. He doesn't have respect for women because he's he was found liable for having sexually assaulted a woman in a court of law. So clearly he don't respect women. So let's not talk about what people respect and what they don't respect. And then you talking about this whole piece about the military. I guess you skip civics because the military does not fight to defend the president. The military fights to defend the freedoms of all Americans. That's what they fight for, not to be at the will of the president. And another piece of civics lesson is the president can't declare war. So they don't go to war to fight for the president. Only Congress can declare war. So again, Nelly, before you talk, you should really know what the hell you talking about. I really think you should have set this one out. But you talked, and so now we're going to give you all the smoke you're looking for. And then another thing about this, then you want to bring up the crime bill. I so wish people that bring up the crime bill really knew what the hell happened with this crime bill. I hate when y'all just repeat stuff you have heard on the internet. And I'm not going to go too deep in the crime bill, because if you really want to know about it, at this point, you'd have did your own research. But just know, Joe Biden, first of all, was not the sole author of the crime bill. The crime bill was a bill that was put together by another senator and Joe Biden. But the bill also was crafted by black leaders, black clergymen, and all this stuff right here. So he didn't just come out of nowhere with this crime bill. And they have shown that statistically speaking, most of the people who are on drug charges, those are state charges, not federal charges. Most drug charges are handled by the state. The crime bill was a federal crime bill. So it did not have this booming impact on prison population that y'all love to quote. And the crime bill had things in it that was going to help people, but the Republicans gutted the bill. They gutted it. They took out treatment. They took out a whole lot of things out of this bill. But again, if you want to know everything about the bill, go do your own research. So my last thing is you talk about he didn't changed. He just was saying this stuff a month ago. The things that he was saying, he was saying last week. So don't talk to me about change. People can change. So let me get this right. So let's play your game. Let's say Joe Biden was this racist that you try to imply that he is. Let's say he was, and the crime bill was in the 80s. That's like 30 plus years ago. I mean, the 90s or whatever. It's still 30, 40 years ago. So he changed from November, but Biden couldn't have changed from 30, 40 years ago. Make this make sense, Nelly. What I want you to do is get Bluetooth and that missing tooth that you have that be popping out every time we turn around. I want you to sit this one on out, because I would say we're going to cancel you, but I think your career is reflective of the fact that you already been canceled, because nobody's checking for Nelly. And I know your comeback might be, well, don't nobody know you, ain't nobody checking for you. Guess what? I know that. At least I know ain't nobody checking for me. You out here living your lie, thinking people checking for you like somebody want to know where the hell Nelly at. I ain't never purchased a ticket to a Nelly concert, and I can't find nobody who has. And I damn sure can't find nobody who done purchased a ticket to a Nelly concert in the last 5 damn years. The hell, before you start back dating Ashanti, hell, we thought you had went to see Jesus. I didn't even know you was still around. But I digress. And last but definitely not least, I want to address Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy went on this long tirade and talking about F us, and they put money in his pocket and all of this stuff right here. And then he came back with a different tone talking about, you know what, I'm just going to go in the studio and make a hit and y'all forget all about all of this. No, dude, your career been over for so long. If you was going to make a hit, you'd have made it by now. So clearly you don't have no more hits in you. And that's fine. Every dog has his day. Well, your day has passed. Soulja Boy, ain't nobody else Superman in them hoes. Nobody else is doing that. That's over with. That's gone. And your light has passed. And I don't even know why they put you on the show. Out of all the rappers to put out here, well, why is a lot of other rappers could have did it? Oh, I got other rappers probably wasn't willing to sell out like you, Nelly, and Snoop. Coons. Next case.